Guys, welcome to the show. The host of Outkick Bets with Geoff Clark, one of the 3 mad scientist party hour freaks, the dragon himself, the snack sommelier, Geoff Clark. Dude, thank you so much, man.
What an introduction. Thanks.
I try. I don't have my buttons or anything. We just had a time trying to figure all this out. So I'm just like kind of like on edge. I had too much energy drink. So
it's kind of late for us. Not that we're not out late, but Chris likes to go to bed super early.
Dude, I'm out by like 8:30.
Yeah, that's him.
What time is it by you guys?
It's 9:15.
It's past his bedtime.
Yeah, dude, it would be way past my bedtime too. You guys are in Jersey, right?
Yeah,
we are. I'm more of like a night owl. Like I'm always out in the clubs or working weddings, and I'm like home by 2 a.m.
Nope, not me. I'm a bitch. I like to go to bed nice and early.
I was scrolling through your YouTube channel, and it's just like your guys' production is way better than my podcast. It's blows my shit out of the water. This is impressive.
We had a lot of time.
Thumbnails and stuff.
That's all Chelsea, right?
Yeah, Chelsea takes care of all that.
And Maria?
And Maria. Yeah, we have we have our little team. We have our little team. I'm like, dude, don't mind me. I'm still like, there's a bit of me that's a little fanboying out. So I'm like,
What? With me?
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy. Hopefully I don't suck in this podcast. I'm just like going through your guys' YouTube channel, and you guys have done some pretty cool shit. You've had some pretty cool people on the show, so hopefully I can I don't know, bring the energy here for you guys. 2 clouded minds.
I appreciate it.
How long you guys been at it now? It was like 2 years, right?
Yeah,
2 years. Like I said, we started during COVID. Beforehand, Chris and I worked together. And we started this thing originally called like Garbage Car Productions. Chris totaled his car, and we did the podcast out of his totaled car for a while.
What?
Yeah,
man. Humble beginnings, dude.
Very humble beginnings. So you're going to the movies. Is it a date or is it a dude date? I didn't know if you were going to do the popcorn trick. You got to do the popcorn trick at least once. Even if it's not a date, fuck it. If you got a stranger next to you, like, I want some popcorn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going with my brother, so I'll try it on that first to see kind of how weird it gets. And then maybe I'll scale it towards some Tinder dates, All
right. So I have 2 questions for you. 1, are you wearing pants? And 2, did you do the credit card check today?
I am not wearing pants, and I did do the credit card check today.
I love you so much.
I feel like I'm missing something. What would be the credit card check?
If you got to like give yourself a credit card and smell your hand to see if you're okay or not.
I start my morning off with a credit card check.
You do?
Usually with the balls. Yeah, I gotta do the ball, like smell my ball stank. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like one of those guys because I get home so late or early in the morning, depending on how you look at it. Like sometimes I just hit the bed.
But now, Geoff, we can actually get a female's perspective on this because our producer Maria is right here, and we could ask her if there's a female equivalent.
A credit card check?
Yeah.
Do I smell my ass?
Yeah, or your vagina? Like, do you do like a fresh check?
You
like
test
to make
the pH,
sure,
Well,
you're good.
I take a shower every morning, so I feel like I don't really need to do that because I'm all in there, like making sure everything's clean.
Fair.
I gym in the morning, so I don't want to shower at night and then go to the gym and then have to shower again. You know what I mean? That's what fucks it up for me. I just have to be on like the.
You're like 1 shower a day.
Yeah.
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 You don't want to waste it.
Conserve water,
No, I hear that. That's a big thing out here in California. We're in a drought perpetually, apparently. I don't really believe it. I feel like we could just steal Wyoming's water for really good things, but
we need to reroute like
I think they're all in droughts. Idaho's in a drought for like 2 years too. So it's definitely
it's probably because we're taking their water.
Probably. It's going downstream and you're stealing it.
Yeah, fuck them. I don't know anyone from Idaho. I don't really care. I'll take all their water. I'll drink their milkshake.
Yeah.
No, it's just like, it kind of like, if you have like a long day of work, I'll give myself a credit card just to like kind of figure out like, did I actually put in like,
did you work
today?
hard enough?
Yeah. And like, I can kind of grade myself per day on just how stinky my credit card is.
So that
Chris calls it you got to give yourself a BW, a bonus wipe, like throughout
Yeah,
the day, just wipe the ass crack a
Yeah,
little
if it's
bit.
real hot out, you have to go in for the midday BW. I mean, it just, you have to.
I have a question. So if it's bad, like, is that when you know you have to take another shower, or
You could do
you just
couple
want to
routes.
smell it?
There's a little bit of that. I like my own stench. It does get to a point where I know like it's bad.
We all
But-
like our own brand.
It's almost that time of year, and one of the oddest Christmas gifts I've ever received was a package called ass wipes.
Uh-huh.
And it has like a donkey on the front of it, like a jackass, and it's for your balls and ass and just like overall stank.
Like dude wipes?
Like dude wipes. Yeah, they're like an alternate brand of dude
I,
wipes.
Just like a wipe you would use like to wipe your butt, like normal wipe? Or does it have
I
like
guess you could wipe your butt with it, but it's more so of just like the sweat and filth that just accumulates.
I wouldn't get dude wipes just because they're
Mhm.
called dude wipes.
I don't
I
believe
feel like
it.
that's against their whole marketing scheme. You should get them because they're dude wipes.
I don't know. I feel like when products come off a conveyor belt and it's like the same company, but they stick different labels on it and charge more money for one than the
for
other.
sure.
Like I use baby wipes when I take my makeup off. I don't use makeup wipes because those are more money. And if it's safe enough to use on a baby's butt, I can use it on my face. Do you know what I'm saying?
First.
Tip of the day from Maria.
I'm just I'm putting it out there. Probably the
I'll
same
use
thing.
baby wipes next time I take my makeup off.
Yeah,
It's a good idea.
absolutely.
What would you prefer dude wipes be called?
Yeah.
Wipes. Just they're just baby wipes, really, with a different label, aren't they?
No, with a
That's what
different
I'm
scent.
saying.
They're scented.
Oh,
All right,
they're
so they have like a little
scented.
bit, like maybe like a cologne smell to them.
Yeah,
or
so why
something?
don't you just Old Spice wipes? Or is that what you're getting at? Or like
Or just, I don't know. I just
Adidas
feel like
wipes.
I
Do
don't
you
know.
want
Like
that?
maybe Axe.
You guys
Axe
want to put
wipes.
some smell on
Axe
that?
wipes.
I would
No,
just
I
want to
don't.
clean it.
Yeah,
like just
I
get
like-
it off.
I like the soap smell, and I like arguably like that's like kind of the cleanest part of your body because after you shower, even if you're sweating a bit, it's in your clothes. It's protected by a layer of underwear and a layer of pants or shorts.
Yeah.
I would feel
Let me
like
just-
there's
Hold on, let me just stop you there. Steve.
yeah, thank you,
All right.
thank you.
The fucking my swamp ass is never the cleanest part of my body. Never.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know who you're speaking.
You ever look at your
Apparently a bunch
loofah
of
after you're done
non-fat people.
showering, like
Look
after
at
a
your
little
loofah.
while?
I don't use a loofah.
What do you use?
Do you use a washcloth?
A washcloth?
I use my hands
Use
in the
your
bar of
hands?
soap.
God, that's awful.
I do that sometimes, or
How do you
sometimes I use a
exfoliate?
loofah.
Am I doing it wrong? I've been doing
No.
it my whole life with a bar of soap in my hands.
I do that too.
This is like
That's
the
some real
cultural.
white shit, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. This
I
is
do
like
that,
a cultural
or
debate.
sometimes I use a loofah. It depends. But my skin is really soft and smooth, and I don't need to exfoliate hard.
wait.
It makes it worse. It dries out my skin if I exfoliate too much.
Some real white shit, like what? That I'm doing it with just raw dog with
Yeah.
just the bar.
It
You
foams
sound
up
like a
in your
real
hand.
cracker right now, Chris.
Yeah.
No, this is an old Dave Chappelle joke. Apparently, I think it was Dave Chappelle, right? On the
Yes, you're
Chappelle
right.
Show.
He talks about washcloths, right?
Yeah, and how
Yeah.
white people don't have. Yeah, when they
Yes,
do
yeah.
like
You don't use
the husband swap.
Yep,
And he's
yep.
like, these
Oh,
white
yeah.
people don't have any washcloths.
Yeah.
in their shower.
It's so
And
true.
my mom's boyfriend's black, and when they visited somewhere recently, he was just I let him use my shower, and he's like, "Where's your washcloth?" I was like, "Yeah, my bad."
Let me get that for you, real quick.
Forgot to hook you up, bro.
I went to Target and got myself a Minecraft loofah because it was green and looked cool, and it wasn't like all these like crazy looking colors.
Wow.
It was neat.
The
But what
marketing gets you.
no, what really sold
How-
me is it had a cloth aspect to it, so it wasn't
Oh.
just like a scrubby thing that falls apart after a week or two.
like
It's like
that.
a cloth, like
Yeah.
a washcloth.
Were you guys? So were you on the ground at Skankfest, or did you, or did you perform?
I was in the pinata fight day one when Ari Shafir was the pinata. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So did you get some good shots on him?
I did. I got a really sweet uppercut on him, and then
Nice.
Eddie
then got
Jackson
thrown out of
knocked
the
me
ring.
out basically on my feet. I saw the Tweety birds and everything. It was all right though. I
Oh,
survived.
shit. But you stayed on your feet?
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely out on
That's
my feet.
impressive.
Yeah. There was
Do you have like any fighting background?
Not at all. Not at all. I went to
cool.
I went to Skankfest last year to be in the little Ellis Mania thing in Texas, and that was the first time I was ever in a boxing fight. I went through a whole training camp with a friend of mine, and that was that.
Chris is going through a pre midlife crisis.
It's definitely a midlife crisis.
One of my like bucket list items, like seriously, one of the things I want to do before I die is fix a sporting event. I think it's the coolest fucking thing, and it obviously has to be like college sports, right?
Yeah.
It has to be like women's soccer. You can fucking pay them to take a dive for sure.
Horse races.
I love the passion in your voice and your face.
He's
like
thought
you are
about this.
so dead serious about
Yeah,
this.
you've put a lot of thought into this. When did this aspiration
I've thought about
become?
this for years.
Yeah, like when did you first notice that you've had this like bucket list item?
It's like the only one that I have. I mean, I've been like
It's his only dream.
addicted to gambling for like 20 years. So
Was it
maybe like
for,
20 years
like-
ago, I was like, I would like to fix one of these and guarantee a fucking win.
Did like this stem from like Back to the Future when you got that book of?
Oh, you mean the second one
Yeah,
where he knows what to bet?
yeah.
Oof. Yeah, the sports almanac. No, it was actually all right. So when the first inspiration is I was reading Arnold Rothstein's Wikipedia page. You guys know who Arnold Rothstein is?
I do not.
I do
I'm
not.
Sorry.
Oh, dude, this guy is he's like a 1920s gangster. He ran with like all the 20s gangsters, and they were mostly violent, except for this fucking guy was just like a sick con artist. And he was an amazing sports bettor. And he got to the point where he started fixing sports. So this one sport that he fixed, horse racing, up in Saratoga, where I'm actually originally from.
Really? I was just
He-
there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Continue. Sorry.
What brought you up to Saratoga?
I have a house
fixes
in
horse races.
Cobleskill in the Catskills. I do not. Don't listen to
What?
Ryan. We have a house in Cobleskill, and then I always look for like a new town to visit while I'm up there, and I just decided on Saratoga. So I went up for the day.
Oh, wait, who's we? Are you talking about you and like a significant other?
No, like my family. It was
'Cause
my.
You'd be a lot less cool if you had a significant other.
No,
I'm just kidding.
it was my grandpa's hunting house, and we all share it now, like all the grandkids and everything. Well,
did we talk about this
cousins.
before? Are there like heads and stuff hanging,
Heads.
like deer? Like
Yeah, do you have like
Yeah, we
trophies?
do.
what is
Yeah,
it,
we have stuff.
trophy stuff?
We do have
Taxidermy?
taxidermy stuff up there. I just skeet shoot. I don't actually hunt, but the rest of my family hunts. And I just cook it.
I shoot skeet.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only skeet I can do.
Wait, what gun do you use primarily?
I use a
for skeet
shotgun.
shooting? Do you have like access to a bunch of guns?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
I've been shooting since I was
America.
like 3 years old.
Dude, I shot a gun once and I felt like such a pussy. And it was like, I was like, oh my God, this is violent.
I love it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was out in Texas like a year ago and I shot a shotgun,
Mm-hmm.
a handgun, and an AR-15.
Oh, wow.
And it was intense. And I realized that I am not a gun guy.
Yeah, it'll throw you back.
I was just gonna say, did you hate it completely? Just it was not for you, right?
It just wasn't for me. Like, to be honest, like I felt like a pussy the whole
Okay.
time. Like
Really?
it was like tough to load the bullets in, and it was like
Yeah.
I felt like a bitch then.
What about a BB
And then-
gun? You could do like target shooting with a BB gun. That's fun.
It's like,
It is fun.
Wow. That's pretty disrespectful. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if I can. pull
Listen,
out
you're
my
giving him
fucking
too much. Give
Red
it
Rider.
airsoft. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a
I
gun
can
shooter
handle
myself.
a BB gun, I'm sure, but
Wait,
huge
but what
pussy
were you
would be-
saying about Saratoga? Sorry. Go ahead. Your story.
it was such a meaningless story, wasn't it? It was just talking about how I get my inspiration for.
Yeah, no, you said
fixing a
betting.
sporting
You were
event.
talking
Oh, yeah,
about
yeah.
him betting.
Arnold Rothstein had a racehorse at Saratoga, and the first race, the horse that was the favorite in the race, he convinced the owner to pull his horse out within like 3 minutes of the race, and he dumped a whole bunch of money on his horse, which had the second best odds. He dumped it at like 10-1.
Wow.
And then before
Jesus
the race
Christ.
went off, it got down to like 1.5-1. And he got the other guy to fucking dump out of the race, and he just made a 6 score.
Jesus.
And it was, yeah, and it was just like considered one of the better like sports gambling heists in the 20th century. And that guy,
how
he's
long
the guy
before
who fixed.
Who fixed
Sorry,
that?
go ahead.
How long before he got caught? Like, how long was it? Was it like after he died that people realized, or during his life, or immediately?
I think it was kind of known during his life. He was the guy who fixed the World Series, the 1918
Get
the Black
the
Sox.
fuck outta
Yeah,
here.
the World Series. Yeah, same
Wow.
fucking guy.
Wow.
But like, I think the Saratoga con is cooler.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, he fixed the World Series, and just like he was just kind of known for this guy. I mean, he was like one of the fucking biggest gangsters ever. And like, they asked him on his deathbed, like who shot you? Because he got shot to death, right? And they asked him, the cops asked him, who shot you? And he's like, that's none of your business. I'll mind my business. You mind your own business.
Wow.
And he just like died.
Holy
That's
shit.
tough as fuck.
That's
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it was
awesome.
hard. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so badass.
And he's just like this nerdy, goofy looking guy who, I mean, he would like tell people to hit other people, but he wouldn't do any of the dirt himself. But when it came down to it, he was a fucking hard motherfucker.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah. He's
That's rad.
one of my idols, Arnold
Ah.
Rothstein.
Are there
Some
any
kids
cool
grow up
movies
wanting
about
to
him?
be firemen.
Yeah.
No, I just want to fix sporting events.
Did
Yeah.
they make any movies about him, or like that about his life, or like?
So
any-
you've ever seen that HBO show Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah. My cousin's in it.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
you
about
guys should just
that.
interview her
Yeah.
all the time.
No. It's such a good show, though. Yeah.
It is awesome. Yeah, he's
You're only saying that because it's your cousin.
he's a
either
big part
the
of that
character
life.
loosely. I think he was actually in that, right? I mean, you saw this, Maria. You saw
Yeah.
the show, right?
Yeah,
Arnold
yeah. I'm
Rothstein
trying
was
to
in it,
remember.
right?
I think so. Now that you mentioned it, that sounds familiar. I haven't seen that in a long time, though. That was years ago.
Dude, that show, the first 3 seasons,
Mhm.
fucking ruled so hard. And then it got a little incesty, and it kind of
It
lost me there.
did, but I thought it was very interesting, the turn that it took. You're like, what? No way. You know?
it was always like suggested, but then it happened. It's like, I don't
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
I do not
Well,
like
it's supposed to make you uncomfortable. That's why it's there.
Made me hard.
Right.
The opposite effect.
Come on, it's all over the hub, you know.
I was just gonna say we know what your Pornhub searches are.
No, they just
Aw.
auto
Any
suggested at this
kind
point.
of art is supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. That's what makes it good. Pushes your limits.
I grew up sending like horse porn to my friends to wake them up. Like,
Yeah,
I was a
me
bad
too.
friend.
What?
Yeah, I
didn't
was
have friends
bad.
like that.
Oh, I was just talking about this with one of my homies, but I remember when we were freshmen in college, if anyone left their fucking computer unattended,
Oh, God.
you
Yeah.
had to put bestiality or gay porn on the
Yeah.
background. You had to. Like
Yeah.
it was
You're absolutely right.
was like it was pretty much a law of the dorm building. Like you cannot allow this person's computer to go unfucked with. You have to put bestiality up there.
Is this like
And
a
you just
guy
hope-
thing?
No, I feel like this generation was kind of just like gifted this horrible prank to play on your friends because we were in the generation of like LimeWire and downloading music and viruses and
I've
stuff.
never
Fuck
done that to one of
LimeWire.
my friends, though.
But I would just come home after trying to download like hours worth of music for a playlist,
Mhm.
and then there'd be like horse dick on my screensaver or something, and I'd come home to be like, "What is this?" You know, like
Yeah.
and have to explain that I'm just trying to get some music. But then all those corrupt files, I'm like emailing to my friends or like
Yeah.
and even transpired into Facebook messages with ex-girlfriends' stepfathers. We send each other weird like
Wait,
sharing
what?
videos.
You were talking to a
That's-
girl and it was her stepdad?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
That story goes way
That's
deeper.
super sus.
That's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
trauma right there.
We didn't know. I was working for the guy, and we didn't know that I was dating his stepdaughter. And I would be
No.
like, we would exchange like, stories of like, what's going on sometimes, and
Oh,
I would describe in vigorous detail sometimes the things I was doing with his
no,
stepdaughter.
no. No.
And then one day we figured it all out. It was like probably like a month or two into it. It wasn't like super long or anything.
Ew.
And we just laughed about it.
Wow.
Yeah. Good as
Wow.
hell.
Wait, so the whole time he was like, "Man, this guy's really going
Yeah.
to town on this girl."
He
And then,
probably.
like,
I,
surprise! It was his.
Jesus Christ.
it's a little different
a
because it's a stepdad.
But
I feel like
yeah,
it'd be worse
exactly.
if it was like her actual dad. But
He's like,
still
she's
weird.
a whore, you know? But
Yeah.
like, really, she was just like experimenting in her own sexuality at that point. Once we cut it off,
Mhm.
like, we were like, we would still meet up and like do things, but she was like experimenting into girls at the time. So she was moving out of her current apartment with her new girl fling. And he was describing it to her, and I was like, "Wait a second, do you have this little dog in the townhouse?" And he was like, "Yeah, how the fuck do you know?"
No.
I was like, "Yeah, that's what I've been talking
So you
about."
turned her gay.
Probably,
Okay.
Okay.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
it's off my bucket list.
Did she have a nickname for her vagina? She sounds like the kind of girl that.
She
might
sounds
have
like
one.
Yeah,
she reminds me of
probably.
the kind of girl that would call her vagina Cookie.
I was just going to say cookie or kitty.
Yeah,
Ew,
yeah,
I
Kitty is
don't
probably
like
more
that.
accurate. Yeah, me neither.
Where's
don't
your
like that at
stance?
all.
What's your stance on if a girl calls you daddy? I think it is absolute repellent. I think it's gross.
I mean, I would be down for a girl to call me anything at this point. No.
I don't like using
honestly,
it. It weirds
it's
me out.
never happened, and I would not like it. I don't think.
It's weird. I
It's
think
not
it's weird.
It's pretty cool.
I think it's weird.
Really?
Honestly, I think it's
I'll tell
weird.
you why it's weird, because it's so weird to me it's more of either you have emotional or detachment issues that I find that kind of hot in a way sometimes.
You want
know?
a girl with daddy issues?
You-
That's what you're saying.
yeah, at one point in my life, so it's like a turn on for me.
Well,
I
yeah,
guess.
that's fine, but you could
Mm.
just not. You can have all the issues you want, but you don't have to say.
It's not my
Daddy.
go-to, like for sure. You know, I don't think I
I
know.
don't know.
I'm kind of like a chameleon.
I don't like it.
I would
I
do
feel-
Yeah,
it if
I would
they
feel worse
want
about
it.
it if like she had daddy issues, because it's like I don't want to fill that void. Like, that's too
Yeah.
much pressure.
It is a
Yeah,
lot of pressure.
You're right.
It's
It
like
just-
Like we're
It's-
just doing sex
cobbler.
stuff. I'm not gonna raise you.
It
I
to
don't
me
want it.
feels like
Yeah.
once you start putting names in, it feels like a role play, and then it's like I don't want to role play that I'm having sex with my dad. Does that make sense?
yeah. No,
That's
I've
why I don't
always
like
thought
it.
that. Yeah,
I
I've
don't
always
like
thought
it.
that. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
in the
like it.
headspace of the woman that's saying it. So to me,
Like I would do it if someone likes that, but I'm not into it.
I think you've shown that you would do a lot of things for people that ask.
I'm very open. I feel like,
Would you ever have
Gotta
like
try
a
things.
girlfriend shave your butthole? Just
Are
curious.
you
Oh,
bringing
is
this?
that for me? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
I
violates
guess
me.
if she was into
He's
it, I mean, I'd be
saying-
down.
So, but like,
He's saying this because
Now-
I've done that before.
yeah, she did
On
that for an
multiple
ex.
occasions. Two
Not
different
even just one, two
exes.
dudes.
Yeah, I used to shave their buttholes because they needed some help and they were really bad at it and they thought that they were gonna cut themselves. So I was like, all right, stand in the bathtub and spread it. And then I like get on my knees and I'll like go down there with like a buzzer.
Did you ever like
razor.
wedge a
She's
fart
a
out?
fucking
Did you
true
ever,
champion.
Well, it's helping me too if I can clean it up down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want
Wait,
things
that's
tidy.
something that
Gobble,
you worry about is hairy buttholes? Because like I just figured it wouldn't. If I have a hairy butthole, she probably wouldn't care. Like that wouldn't be like a deal
No.
breaker.
I care about that. And also it's like it keeps it
Marie, it's
cleaner. Like if listen, some guys don't wipe well. And if there's
yeah.
hair there,
Oh my god.
things can get
Well, I
stuck
actually
and
I know I
disgusting.
wipe well because I often give myself credit cards. That's the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I do the credit card thing.
Yeah.
All right.
See how
Make
Respect.
sure to have any leftovers in the
full
butthole,
circle,
You know?
full circle, full
Total-
circle with
total
the credit
respect.
card.
I don't know.
All
I just
roads
feel
lead
like,
back to the credit card. You know.
That's right. These guys don't really know. When I called you the snack sommelier, that's your little side project on your Patreon. I haven't watched all of them. I'm pretty deep
That's what
into the library. Yeah, that is what she said. I wanted to know,
Balls deep.
have you ever given anything a perfect score?
No, I think the highest I gave a snack was a 98.
Ooh, what was
It's
it?
like it might have been a 99. I'm not going to do 100 because it's like Madden scores in my head. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't ever give any food a perfect score because the person who makes that food will stop striving for greatness.
I agree.
Like,
with
I've
that.
actually never told my mom her cookies are great. They're always pretty good.
Yeah.
Between us, they actually are great.
Of
But
course.
I only say pretty good because I don't want her to like rest on her laurels. Like, no, you need to make the next batch better, mom, or I'll fucking disown you.
Well,
That's
one
kind of the
day,
energy that I
one
give.
day you have to tell her they're great. Like eventually, like before.
He's gonna take that to
Yeah,
his
on her
deathbed.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
who
exactly.
shot
saying.
me?
You're gonna just whisper it in her ear, be like, "They were great."
How are these cookies?
Yeah. Before you go, mom, I just want you to know that you did a good job on the cookies every time.
Thanks for raising the bar every year.
But the best snack that I've ever had or I've ever reviewed was a peanut butter filled chocolate peanut butter cupcake from this local bakery
Whoa.
down the
Wow.
street, which I could almost walk to. I mean, it's only like a mile and a half.
Yeah.
I'm not walking, but you could.
That sounds
awesome.
But
pretty
that was
amazing.
probably the best snack that I ever had, honestly,
Oh,
or
sounds
at least on
awesome.
the snack attack.
Wow,
Yeah.
I feel like during
do you
my
guys-
sweet cravings, it's peanut butter is like a good fix for that. So
that's not me. I look for salt. I want like cheese or meat or chips. You know, Yeah.
Slim Jims.
You're not a sweets gal?
not really. No, maybe a piece of dark chocolate or something, or like coffee is sweet for me if I put some
Not even
sugar or
like
something
sea salt.
That's
chocolate.
European of you.
in it. Thanks.
Or like foreign. Like my ex is she's Brazilian and she used to like love dark chocolate.
Yeah, that's what I
And
like.
like her family loved dark chocolate.
Because it's a
and
little
just
bit
like, what?
bitter. It's not super sweet. That's what
See,
I like.
I want
No,
Gushers
that
and Sour
factory
Patch
made
Kids.
milk chocolate. I want that factory made shit, you know?
Yeah.
I want to
It's-
feel like I'm eating diabetes.
It's so funny that you said that because we were talking about the Sherry's chocolate covered pretzels that Blaine was
Is that
giving
how you
all of
say
us.
it? Saris.
Saris.
Saris. It's near Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, Blaine
Yeah.
was giving
Saris.
us all these things, and I had it, and I said that I think flips are way better.
That could just
And-
be what you're
Wow.
used to.
Dude, I'm not a fancy
Was he
chocolate
offended?
guy. I don't know if he was.
I don't think he was
I
offended.
think I was more offended because I ate that
Yeah,
whole box in
Yeah,
like
they were like attacking me. They're like, "What do you mean,
under 20 minutes.
dude?
It was
Garbage
delicious.
palate." I was like,
It
"Well,
was
yeah, I
really
have a-
good,
I have a
but-
garbage
I'm just
palate."
I love chocolate covered pretzels. Like I'll eat them anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Flips.
Yeah.
I'm such an elite fat guy. I would have just leaned into that with you. Like, yeah, they're terrible. Just let me get that whole box. Yeah, totally. Don't eat any more.
I did say I said more for me.
They could be poisoned.
You
Just
don't
give them
want
to me.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd get all your fucking pretzels. He sent me some. My brothers tried them, and I haven't tried. I'm supposed to snack attack them.
Mm.
Ooh, yeah. How do you choose
they're-
what snacks you rate? Do people offer them to you, or is it stuff you like have been wanting to try, or is it things you know?
I follow a bunch of snack accounts on Instagram. So like, whenever there's like new M&Ms or new Oreos, like
Yeah.
I'll look like in the stores for them. I feel like Target usually has like the most like newer,
Yeah, like diverse stuff, right?
yeah, like the newer, diverse, but like also like mainstream snacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll like if I'm really looking for something or really want something, like I'll hit Walgreens, Ralph's,
Mhm.
CVS, Target. I'll cover the whole town looking for a fucking new Kit Kat if need be. so.
Have you ever tried Universal Yums? It's like a box that you can get mailed to your house. So I used to belong to it. It was like a monthly subscription, and every month was a different country. So like I had France, and it was like a box of 10 different snacks from France, like candies and chips and all sorts of stuff.
Blood
and then
pudding.
I had like Poland.
Ugh.
I think Japan was one. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Could be.
I always
Yeah,
wanted to
Interesting
eat one of those
something
fermented
like that, like a
eggs.
loot crate or a snack
Yeah.
crate from a different country. So I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've done that. I've done Tokyo Treat, which is really cool. Every month they give you like the different snacks of the month in Japan.
Yeah.
They have some cool Kit Kats. They have,
Yeah,
like,
it was
the
weird. fucking
cheesecake
Kit Kats,
Kit
man.
Kats.
Weird shit.
Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird shit.
I think this is like a weird thing that I'm aware of though, but I believe Japan probably is the best at Kit Kats.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, like they have the most diverse.
They have all the
and,
flavors.
Like, random,
They do
like,
have the weirdest flavors.
Don't
for
they have
sure.
a matcha one that's really good?
Yeah, matcha's
They have a
good.
matcha.
Oh,
that's
fuck
good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good.
Mhm.
It's really good.
Yeah. So if you're ever in Japan, load up on the Kit Kats.
Now, earlier I just saw you guys dropped a what the fuck did I just watch? Did it change your mind, or do you still have the same feeling about that movie? Big Trouble in
Yeah, we
Little China.
watched. Yeah, we watched Big Trouble in Little China. For whatever reason, that movie is just, I don't know, went over my head, or I never was into it beforehand.
Mhm.
I liked it a little more this most recent time watching it, because it was like more of like a social thing, and like, I don't know, every time I've watched that movie previously, I've been in some sort of version of fucked up.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
tried to watch this on mushrooms like 3 times in
Oh,
the past.
no.
Oh, that's not a movie.
Yeah,
to
why would you do
watch on
that?
What's a movie to watch on mushrooms?
Tell me, I got
Let's power
mushrooms in
rank
my
them. Let's do this. This is a fun
vehicle
topic.
something
right now.
something like colorful, or like I feel like Eternal Sunshine would be kind of weird, or
Teletubbies.
I
like
feel like there's mad colors in Big Trouble in Little China.
What about Willy Wonka?
Willy Wonka would fuck you up if you watch that.
That's a good one.
Willy
I
Wonka
really
sounds
like
a good one.
This is
Wizard
random.
of
I like
Oz.
Major League.
Oh,
You
I
guys ever
love
see
that
movie?
movie.
I
It's so
fucking
good.
Love Major League, dude.
Yeah.
That is such a sick movie. Such a
I
sick
fucking
movie.
love that movie.
Charlie
I thought it was
Sheen.
great on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good fucking movie.
I like Contact, that Jodie Foster movie.
Mhm.
I've never seen it.
It's a good
Oh
one.
I've
my
never seen it.
God,
I've never seen
I
it
think
either.
it's possibly the greatest mushroom movie. I brought this up on the podcast that I do, Mad Scientist Party Hour, and I got fucking dogged for it. But I love that movie. I'll go to,
All right, what
I'll
about
go
Guilty
to fucking
pleasure.
war for it.
what about Pink Floyd The Wall? How do you feel about that?
That was the first movie I've ever experimented with. There were multiple scenes with boobs, and I would always pause it on the boobs and show all my friends
don't-
boobs.
I've
Yeah,
never
I'm so
seen
lame.
that
I don't think I've
sober.
ever seen the Wall.
It's a little weird. I've never seen it sober. I've only seen it on either acid or mushrooms.
I had a DVD when it was remastered, and I found out that you could play what was it, Led Zeppelin?
No,
Are
Wizard
you
of
talking
Oz.
about
that
Pink
was
Yeah,
good.
Floyd
Wizard of
with
Oz.
Wizard of
Wizard of
Oz?
Oz.
Dark
Yeah.
Side of the
Yeah,
Moon.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
and Dark Side of the Moon. That was
Mhm.
yeah. So what are we talking about? Oh, Pink Floyd,
Pink
Yeah.
Floyd The Wall.
The Wall.
Yeah, you like hit
It's like-
start when the lion roars, and it's supposed to line up perfectly.
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
money comes on, it's like Emerald City, and yeah,
Gotcha. It was
Yeah.
reverse. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I did that. But yeah, the DVD I would always play because it was super trippy to me, and there was boobs.
Yeah, Pink Floyd The
Big-
Wall's
big on
weird.
the boobs
Mhm.
part for me.
Yeah.
It's
I was
very
a child.
it's
Still
made
am.
for that. I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's not, but I feel like it was. Just because that's the only time I've ever seen it was.
It used to give me
Super fucked
anxiety with him like shaving his eyebrows off and like the blood dripping into the sink and shit.
Yeah,
That always freaked me out.
Yeah, that'll do it.
yeah, it was a weird movie. What else?
yeah.
What about like just like cartoons in general? Are you? I mean, are you into any that you could watch fucked up on mushrooms?
I mean, I fucking love South Park. I think that's probably the greatest show
Yeah.
ever.
There's a show
that
on
count?
Netflix, I think, or is it Hulu? I think I'm
That
pretty sure
counts.
it's Netflix. It's called Little Demon, and it's basically about Satan's daughter, and she's like a teenager, and her mom raised her and was like super ninja, like in the like dark shadows about like witchcraft and like trying to prepare for a world where like Satan tries to take her daughter away.
Mm.
And it's kind of like a mix of, I wouldn't say Big Mouth, but it's like a
Like an adult.
like
cartoon.
adult cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Hmm.
I feel
Little
like something
Demon.
like
Little Demon, yeah.
Roger Rabbit would be really scary to watch if you were fucked up.
I started off putting it on like Roger Rabbit's another
Yeah.
good one. Yeah,
But how
Or
it's
The
like
Mask.
cartoon and not cartoon, like that would
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, all right. So
I'm-
if we're talking about like mixed cartoons and like reality, Happy is also on Netflix, and it's about an imaginary character, or imaginary friend, basically. Spoiler alert. Where this guy's
like Sixth
daughter
Sense.
is like kidnapped, and her imaginary friend goes and like tries to find her father, and her father was like an assassin or a mercenary, and hit his head and was able to see this girl's imaginary friend. And it turns out that like this weird bad Santa looking character was like kidnapping and trafficking children, and he had to like go assassinate and free all the children.
That's crazy.
Wait,
That's pretty
bad
heavy.
Santa.
Not bad
Like
Santa.
Billy
It was,
Bob Thornton?
it's like that, but
Little mama.
weirder. But
Hi,
like,
little mama.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
hey.
How cute,
that's one thing our studio's missing is Ash.
baby.
Aw, I
Yeah,
feel.
you guys have a podcast mascot or what?
Yeah.
Studio dog.
She hasn't been here since we moved.
Yeah, the studio used to be in the spare room in my house, and then we got this space, and she hasn't been here yet, but she's due soon. She would just
Where
chill
is
up on
that?
the couch.
Space.
It is connected to the place I work at.
Well, there you go.
Are you doing it like on the low, or
No,
are they
no,
cool with you
they're
recording
cool.
there?
Yeah, they're cool. It used to be just like office space, and they totally just said, "Yeah, go ahead, do what you want."
We rent the room out. Well, rooms plural. So Maria's in like a separate room with a window looking in on us.
Mhm.
Chris cut the wall.
I gotta be
and
honest.
put the
I
window.
thought she was in a completely different state.
Me?
No, no.
No, I'm right here.
Then we'd have more
Okay.
issues.
I didn't know if you were working remotely or what the deal was. Hey, have you guys ever had a bad mushroom trip?
No.
I've never done mushrooms.
Yeah, for like a blip, but not a whole trip.
Ooh, I like that. That sounds
Chris,
like a
it was with
song,
Chris.
Ryan.
Chris saw it. So Chris calls me one day and he was like, "Hey,
Oh, that's right.
yeah, you want to take a trip with me? I'll buy you like an eighth or whatever of Shazams. They're like little edible cones, like that taste like wafer cookies.
Yeah, the little chocolate
But
ice
They're
cream cone
mushrooms.
things. It's mushrooms.
Yeah, mushroom infused, basically. And we went in the studio, and it was really my first actual trip, I believe, ever. And I was late on the mushroom game. And, you know, the studio's breathing. That was cool. His floor was not only uneven in real life, but more uneven in my brain. And I needed a little breather, so I walked outside, and he has this, like, little pirate ship flag blowing in the wind. And it caressed my neck. And I immediately ran and hid for shelter, like on the side of my truck. And then I said, I got to get the fuck out of here. I'll see you later. And
Yeah.
Chris just watched me mushroom trip drive down the road to the bar to my safety space.
And for some
Your
reason,
safety space.
for some
Yeah.
reason, and I don't know why, but I was really tripping hard, and I found myself watching Sons of Anarchy and laughing.
What? You crazy?
Yeah, yeah.
Chris's
I don't
notebook looked like hieroglyphics.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
wrote.
It's
Yeah,
just scribble.
that's a
You did
story
some
for another
doodles?
day. Yeah, I did. It was weird. It was like some hieroglyphic caveman drawings. It was weird. It was really hot. The room was blue. I was by myself.
You probably did good work there. What do they translate to? Anything, or is it just fucking?
I gotta find
Gibberish.
him.
You ever
Gibberish.
watch Smallville and like you back, you know, when he goes in Superman's cave, all the Kryptonian symbols like unite. I think Chris has to smoke like 2 ounces for all these things to like glow in the dark and make
to
sense.
make sense again.
I dipped out on CW programming after Dawson's Creek.
I
Okay.
love Dawson's Creek. I'm rewatching it.
Really?
Yeah. It's so different now.
Where is it? Is it available?
It's on
Yeah,
HBO Max right now, but it was on Netflix for a while. And then I had to follow it to HBO because they took it off.
Save money on subscription-based programming, and you end up paying more than cable.
I don't pay for any of them.
All your ex-boyfriends. That's the
No.
deal for shaving buttholes.
My boss actually gave me their login to HBO Max, so that's part of my payment.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah,
perk.
if you shave my butthole, I'll pay for your Netflix for a year.
Sold.
There, there we go. I think
That's a win-win.
we're gonna just take a. If you, I'll tell you what. If you guys end up doing PumaCon, PuminatiCon, and you do it out in California, we're coming and
We'll do a
we'll
shave butthole
video.
station.
We'll do. Yeah, we'll do a video of Maria shaving your butthole.
Multiple buttholes. We'll have a butthole barbers.
Oh my god.
That would
Actually,
be
great.
some fucking numbers on the internet.
Right.
and I
Dude,
have
Butthole
it.
Yes.
barber.
I wrote a song about it but I didn't sing it to you guys.
All right, so
All right.
so
That's on the Patreon.
there's gonna be a song that goes within everything. So you let us know where
I
to
write
go. and
songs
we'll be
about
there.
everything. That's why I just sing to myself all day.
That's amazing.
Jesus. The talent you have is mind blowing.
Yeah, we got lucky.
You're an artist.
We got
and a
lucky.
producer.
Yeah, I paint. I do. I paint.
Brown
That's how
paint.
they know me because I came on the show for my painting, my mural.
Yeah.
She was a
And
guest.
then I stayed. You couldn't get rid of me.
Yeah, she was a guest and she never left, and it was awesome. It worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
That's literally my origin at Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Really?
That's how I
Dope as
started
fuck.
there.
Oh,
That's
I love
dope.
it. Wait, so how did that happen? They had you on for what? And you stayed.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin asked me to come on when I moved to California. We had a mutual friend, the guy who started the podcast the Mad Scientist Party Hour, the podcast network that Mad Scientist Party Hour was on originally.
Mm-hmm.
We were mutual friends. So when I moved out to California, he's someone I knew in New York. When I moved out to California, he's like, yeah, you gotta
come
get
on.
with this guy Kevin, go on the podcast. And then I went on. Kevin was just like, hey, do you want to come back next week? And then next week was the following week, and then we just kept rolling. And
Love
it was
it.
a podcast love at first sight, I guess.
And
Aw.
you know
Really
what?
corny.
Honestly, it works perfect. You guys are like, and I'm not just like over here blowing you, but seriously, it works perfectly. The three of you, like, the way your dynamic and everything is hysterical. It really is.
Yeah, honestly, it's I don't know. I'm lucky that it's that I have it, to be honest. Like, it's been just like an awesome like kind of support system for me, because I first joined the podcast, I was a new LA resident, so
Yeah.
like living in LA, moving to any city is just tough. Like, you
Mhm.
got to grind. So
Mhm.
I mean, if you've been listening for years, you've kind of heard like a lot of my ups and downs and a lot of crazy shit that I went through, Kevin's went through, and
Mm-hmm.
Shuddy's went through. We kind of all like rely on each other, and there was never money involved for like the first 8-9 years, and then we've kind of came into some money through our Patreon. So I don't know, like, I love doing it as just like a hobby. It's just like something to like hang out with the bros, shoot the shit. The fact that I actually get paid to do it now is just
Mind
fucking
blowing.
sick.
Yeah, that's so
Honestly,
awesome.
That's awesome. Congrats on the journey.
I've been incredibly lucky, to be honest. Like, I don't ever have to leave my room, and my direct deposit gets hit.
That's
I'm
fucking
fucking-
awesome. That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
And but yeah, I don't know, like, you guys are heading in the right direction. I'm blown away by your guys' just production value, and like, I don't know, I'm looking on your YouTube channel and it's fucking sick, dude. You guys got your own studio, you got a whole team behind you. So I don't know, man. You guys are heading in the right direction. You're gonna fucking pass our podcast pretty soon, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, right.
We're still working out some kinks, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, that means a lot. Thank you so much.
It's fun.
Well, the big
for
thing is just like liking each other and wanting to hang out often.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
if that happens, if you have that, then you'll be able to build a show.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, dude, thank you
Homies.
so much. I really appreciate it from all of us. Thank you so much. Tell them where they can find you.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thanks for having me on. I do a sports betting podcast called Outkick Bets with Geoff Clark, me, and I do Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can follow us on Instagram at MSPH Podcast. Do it with my buddy Kevin Kraft, who I think a lot of you know, and my homie Shuddy, which some of you hopefully know. But it's a lot of fun. Just tell fart and dick jokes. We do not take ourselves seriously, and it's a good time. But thanks for having me on, Chris and Ryan and Maria, right?
Yes. Yep.
I would love to come back sometime. I know I'll see you pretty soon, Chris, right? We'll be hanging out for MSPH Wrestling.
Yeah, December 3rd.
All right. And
Yep.
I have a reason to come out to New Jersey. Maria, you're going to shave my butthole if I come out there, right?
Dude, if you come out, abso-fucking-lutely, that's going to happen.
Deal.
we can have we can finally have that wax party.
Yeah, my waxer is supposed to come on the show too, so that can.
Dude,
I'm so happy it's been postponed because there's
What's-
definitely like one less eyebrow in my
Yeah.
future.
What's your waxer's gender? Because if it's a she, we can get her
Female.
involved too.
Female.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Wow,
gonna
you
be a
guys wanna
party.
gangbang my butthole?
One cheek per.
Excuse me. Tag team it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, that's gonna be a button.
Tag team in the beehole.
Beautiful.
I'm looking forward to it.
Again, Jeff, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You go enjoy your movie, and yeah, we'll definitely have you back real soon. We'll do this again.
Thanks, guys. Love you guys.
Thanks.
Peace.
Love you too, man.
Love you
See
too,
ya.
man.
Take
Thanks.
care.
That's Mr. Geoff Clark, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Two Clouded Mind Show. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter.
But you can follow us on the socials, and if you want to individually stalk us on Instagram at Little Guy Chris 28.
Or Willie123.
And Maria came from Nashville.
Yes, guys,
Stay clouded.
we love you. Bye.